What? Today, I'm going solo. 25-man heroic Lich King! Dun dun dun! Oh. Alright, so the time has finally come. And I'm pretty far behind in terms of getting content out, but hopefully those of you watching can still take something from this. Now since this is on 25-man, as well as heroic, I'm only going to explain what I did in terms of getting the fight down, rather than absolutely everything. So for your spec, you pretty much have to go Beastmaster, and of course use the Spirit Beast, spec for DPS. Why not tank, you might ask? Well, I'll be going over the Zerg approach for this encounter, and with my level of gear, it can survive just fine. If you wish to know which talents I use, etc., that will all be in the description as usual. Moving on to the fight now, for phase 1, the determining factor between life and death here was whether or not a second Shambling Horror spawned. They may not look like much of a threat, but they definitely become one when you have 2 wailing on your pet during the first transition. So to prevent this, you'll need to deal 31 million damage within the first 80 seconds of the fight. This comes out to about 390k DPS, but do keep in mind that you get a 30% boost due to the zone-wide buff. For the transition, you want to prioritize the adds over the boss. You also want to keep one of the spirits alive, preferably with a bunch of health. As it comes to an end, you're going to need to regain your life as fast as possible, as well as prepare for your session of Pong. For this next phase, you're simply going to burn the Lich King and repeatedly taunt the spirit with Distracting Shot. If you happen to grab complete aggro, you may be alright, but you will run the risk of coming into the threshold where Infest can tick, which often leads to death should you not have a means of immediately clearing it. As far as the rest goes, the second transition is the same as the first, however you won't need to keep anything around. And for phase 3, the Vile Spirits will ignore you for the most part, if you feign. There's also no infest to worry about, so it's alright to take unnecessary damage. One final note, do be sure to take Spirit Mend off autocast. I personally macroed it to my Arcane Shot with the @self modifier, so I had one less thing to worry about. If you'd like to do the same, you can find it in the description. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video and found it of some help, and I'll see you next time.